What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, Diecast. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Shout out to all of our returning viewers and subscribers. Thank you. And welcome to any first-time viewers or new subscribers to the channel. Welcome. Today at Tiny Town, as you can see, we have some cars laid out, which kind of indicates what we'll be opening today. We have a plethora of Hot Wheels premiums. So just kind of stuff that I found, not necessarily hunting, but just in random stops here and there. And then also with some good friends looking out for me, picking up stuff when they were out and saw it as well. So that being said, we've got some Fast and the Furious, we've got a couple Boulvards, and we've got some car culture. So let's not waste any time, get right into the mix. First up is going to be the Fast and Furious mix. Boom. Sure you guys have been seeing these hitting all over your town. These were a little bit hard to come by at first, but now they're pretty much everywhere. So let's get this out of the package, take a closer look. Boom, there it is. Beautiful silver paint. Absolutely love the black multi-spoke with the polished lip. We've only seen this wheel a few different times used by Mattel. One of them is going to be on another car that we'll be looking at here this evening. The other time I remember this wheel being used was on the S2000 convention car. The red one, and I think there's been one other casting that used it, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. This is a great casting. Looks pretty proportionate. Taillights look decent, tampoed up. They're centered. Not too much going on with the back. They could have given it a license plate. You do get your Nissan badge there. A little bit of a lip spoiler. Dual exhaust coming out the rear. Door handle detail looks pretty decent. Z badge there on the fender. I thought it was going to be a carbon fiber hood in the package, but they just gave it a black hood, so a little disappointing there. Could have done some carbon fiber print. Headlight detail doesn't look too crazy, but it's there. Tampos look good. Nissan badge there on the front. So nothing too crazy with this one, but see if there's anything shifter down in the interior, but nothing just outrageous. So really cool. This is the first 350/370Z body style that I have. They've made a few 350Zs in main lines, but not in premium. That's the first premium. So next up from the Fast and the Furious line is going to be, boom, the red Dodge Viper. This is from Tokyo Drift. So at the very beginning, before Sean gets transported and shipped off to Japan, he races, well, he's Brad in Home Improvement, but I can't think of his name in the movie, through the housing development that they're building. So let's go ahead and get this one out of the package, take a closer look. Boom, there she is. So they did a really good job with this casting. I don't plan to put this with my Fast and the Furious cars, even though it is a Fast and Furious car. I just wanted it because I like Vipers, and I think it was cool that they did the first time casting on the Viper. So this will just go in like my domestic case with the rest of my domestic cars on display. But all in all, really, really cool. Just super cool to see them do this. Again, I'm not a domestic guy, but I do appreciate Vipers. So headlight tampos look pretty decent. Dodge badge there. Some venting that they could have painted black to make it look different, but all in all, it's a Hot Wheels, right? It's a toy basically. Front grille gets nice black paint in there. Fog lights tampoed up, look nice. Do like the silver multi-spoke on this one. Some venting down in there, but nothing cut out. We do get mirrors on this casting, so that's a plus. We did not get mirrors back here on the 370Z, so that's a bummer, especially being a first time casting. Exhaust detail looks decent. They did paint it black, but it's not any like depth or anything like that. Interior detail looks okay. There's some texture detail in there. Seats look pretty nice. You get the little roll bars behind the headrest there. Windshield wiper detail looks pretty decent as well. Turn around to the rear. No license plate again on this, but tampoed up taillights look pretty nice. And some venting for like a rear diffuser back here. So nothing too crazy, but all in all, pretty sick. I'm happy to grab this one. Again, don't think I'll put it with my Fast and Furious line, but still cool to have. The other cars in this mix were, of course, the 370Z that we looked at, the McLaren Senna, Land Rover Defender 110, and this 1970 Chevelle SS. The only ones I really wanted out of this set was the Senna, the Z, and the Viper. I did grab the Senna. I just don't have a spot for it in my case right now, so I'm not going to open it. But eventually when I do crack it, I will bring it to the channel. This car's been done way too many times, and I just don't really have any attachment to it. And the Defender, again, I don't have any attachment to it. So I'm done buying complete sets. We don't get anything for completing the set. So I'm just going to start buying the cars that I actually like out of the set. So no more complete sets for me, just those three. Next up, we're going to move on to our Boulevards. First up onto that, boom, the Mercedes-Benz E36 AMG wagon. Gangster. We saw this first in black, now in white. Let's get this out of the package. Boom. Beautiful. So in the package, you can't really tell that it's a pearl, but it's definitely like a pearl white. Again, we get those black multi-spokes with the polished lip. Love this wheel. Shout out to the homie Kaya who hooked it up on this one. Believe it or not, as long as these have been hidden, I have not seen any from this Boulevard set in any stores around me, which is crazy. Just absolutely insane. So the homie Kaya picked these up for me, shipped them out. We did a trade on some older stuff that I had. So shout out to the homie for holding it down. Much appreciated. Right off the bat, again, that pearl white paint is beautiful. Beautiful wheels. Black multi-spoke with a polished lip. Side marker detail there. Door handle detail looks pretty good. Mirrors on this casting. So for those of you that don't know, the first time this released was in black and Boulevard as well. And Mattel forgot to draw these lines in right here in the casting. So it's just like solid all the way across. So it looks like, you know, this is like an extra piece, like a ground effects piece. But if it wasn't cut, then you wouldn't be able to open the doors. And so Mattel forgot to draw these lines in on those. So I don't know who knows that, but yeah, this is the revamped casting. So everything is the same except for they've drawn these lines down the side to complete the door jam there. So pretty cool to see that fixed. I'll be honest with you, on mine, I didn't even notice it. On my black one, until somebody pointed it out and they said that they had fixed the casting, I didn't even notice mine. So mirrors on this casting, limo tint on there, which is gangster. You do get a black roof with the sunroof there. Take a look at the rear, your AMG badge, your E36, your Mercedes badge, hook casting. So this is going to be the rear piece that holds the casting together. Tampoed up taillights look really good, and the exhaust detail looks pretty decent too. Two pipes coming out there, so that's super cool. For those that don't know about hook castings, front rivet is here. So if you were to get this car apart, you would drill this rivet out. There is no rivet in the rear. And they do this for two reasons. One, for longer castings, and then two, since this is like a wagon, you would be able to see the rivet post through here, right? Because it would have to attach to the roof somewhere around here. So instead of doing a rear rivet, they do a hook where the license plate would go. So all you do is undrill this, and then boom, this comes off, and then it slides out from that hook piece, and that's what holds the rear in. So super sick. Next up, boom, BMW M3. This is gangster. Let's get this out of the package and take a closer look. Boom. Too sick. Mattel did an excellent job on the E46 casting. This has been done several times. We've seen this in Deutschland, which we have the blue version back there. We've seen it in white in the Fast and the Furious. So several times this E46 casting has been done, but they did a great job with this casting. You got your M3 fender vents. Door handle detail looks really good. Do love the black 5-spoke with the polished lip. I would have loved to have these wheels back here on this casting. I think that would have been excellent, but all in all, this is still really, really nice. Gas cap detail is amazing. Tampoed up tail lights look really good, straight. You get BMW Phoenix on the license plate there, so super nice. Exhaust detail looks really good. Your BMW badge, duckbill. So let's move around to the front. I do like the fact that on the premium casting, the front lip is part of the base, which makes it a little bit lower. Compared to the RLC E46 casting, the front lip is all part of the casting itself. So unfortunately, it doesn't go as low as this one does. But yeah, this is a really, really nice casting. And this is an iconic color for BMWs. I can't remember the name of this color off the top of my head. But this color, I want to say this might have even been like the press release of this car when it came out. They used this color. So really sick to lock this one down. Next up, we're going to move to our car culture. Also to my boy Kaya, when he picked up the white Benz, also grabbed that E46. So shout out to him for both of those. Shout out to the homie Alex for this one. He picked these up while he was out and about the other day. Boom, new hammer drop set. Again, not doing full collections or full sets anymore. I have no use for the Lancia or for the MG. Just not something that I collect, not up my alley. So I'll only be going for the Mazda 787B, Carrera RS 2.7, and the Bugatti Veyron, which we have all three on hand. So let's get this one out of the package, take a closer look. Boom. This is sick. So this is kind of like a test car, I would imagine, with the matte black finish. But yeah, this is really, really sick. This will be the second or third time we've seen this casting. I believe this is the third time they've used this casting in premium. The other two were the white and green Transport, and then they also did this in a black in the Gran Turismo premium set. So really, really sick. Matte black paint is amazing. It's almost like a flat black, to be honest with you. Mazda speed verbiage there. Your Mazda on the front. Headlight tampos look really good. Got that red rear spoiler. Love the gold wheels with the polished lip. Mazda branding here on the side. Mazda 787B there. Exhaust detail here. And take a look at the rear real quick. It does get tampoed up taillights there and there, but nothing too crazy going on in the rear. This one does have a special feature. Boom. Sick. Removable engine cover. Engine detail there. Your braces. Engine down in here. Suspension parts. So sick. And here's some detail on that rear piece without the spoiler in the way, just the tampoed up tails. So it does have two little pieces there that slide in. That's it. Sick. Next up from Hammer Drop. Boom. Porsche 911 Carrera RS 2.7. Let's get this out of the package. Boom. Nice. Super nice. Love it. So the first time we saw this casting, I believe it was last year. They did 3 different colors in this, like a white, a yellow, and maybe a red. That was the first time we saw it in a mainline. This is going to be the first time we see it in a premium. You got your Carrera verbiage and your banner down here along the rocker panel. Really sick. Door handle detail looks good. Paint to differentiate there. Not a fan of these wheels, but I will be swapping these out. I have some wheels on hand that I have in mind. Interior detail doesn't look too crazy. Some texture detail down in there. I see an e-brake and a shifter. Steering wheel looks pretty plain. Moving around to the front, you get your spot for your license plate or oil cooler. So if this was an RSR, this would be open for an oil cooler, but since it's an RS, this would be where the license plate would go. Porsche badge there. You've got turn signals down here that are going to be part of the interior glass. So no paint or any tampos on those. Tampoed up headlights look really good though. You go around to this side, pretty much the same. And taillights are also going to be part of this interior glass. So no tampos on those as well. Rear license plate is missing. You got your Porsche and your Carrera RS verbiage there on the duckbill. and that duckbill is gangster. And then you got your venting here for your cooling. Of course, this is an air-cooled engine, not water-cooled. We have seen another similar Porsche Premium. This is the 911R. Both are going to be a 930 body style, if I'm not mistaken. This is just a little bit older 930, a little bit more modern 930. And then the rear you're going to see is completely different. So tail lights are different. This one gets tampoed up tails. Both have the little bumper brackets there. Both get the Porsche badge. But yeah, the 911R just slightly different. So two different castings. I was confused about this at first as well. This one came in the recent Porsche box set. So when I saw this one, I was thinking it was another version of this. And I'm like, why'd they do both in yellow? But then I got it in hand and I realized they're two completely different castings. So shout out to Mattel. They're really going hard with old school Porsches, especially 911s. So these are sick. Last up from Hammer Drop, boom, the Bugatti Veyron. Let's get this out of the package, take a closer look. Boom. Love the color scheme on this one. Feel like it definitely brings out the heart and spirit of Bugatti. They definitely do like these kind of color schemes, the white and the baby blue. This is just like iconic Bugatti. So, and really, really sick that it's on the Veyron casting as well. So this is the second time we've seen the Veyron casting in premium. The other was in the box diorama set from Walmart, which is back here. We'll take a quick look at it after we review this one. And then we've also seen this car in mainline, which I have a version of back here in the left-hand corner. That's going to be the Frost Blue Walmart exclusive from back in the day. So real quick, we'll take a look. Headlight tampos look amazing. Front grille and badge look great on this one. Fitment looks really, really good. So that's one thing we'll address here when we look at the mainline. I do love the blue wheels along with the blue stripe and the blue two-tone. That's really, really sick. Detail here on the C-pillar. Engine detail in the back. No paint differentiation, but at least they did give her some texture. So if you wanted to go in there with a small paintbrush and just detail it up, wouldn't be too hard. You do get some nice tampoed up tail lights and your Bugatti badge here on the rear. And then, of course, that center exit exhaust is amazing. Haven't drilled one of these yet in premium, but there is double rivets there, pretty flat bottom. So if you wanted to slam this, you wouldn't have to shave very much. So that's a really nice feature there. Take a quick look at the other premium Veyron that we've seen. This one is going to have carbon fiber up the hood, roof, and engine cover. So gangster there. Not the biggest fan of these wheels. I do plan on swapping them out eventually, but just haven't come across anything yet that would be a nicer fit. But you can see the grill on this one is even kind of off. You see how it's crooked and down to the side. Fitment on these grills has always been an issue. So it's not as bad on the premiums as it was on the main lines. So look at that fitment there. It's just terrible. Horrible. So good to see that on the newest one, the one we reviewed tonight from Hammer Drop, that they kind of got that ironed out and got that fixed, because you can still see it's off. It kind of does look like it's still slanting off this direction, but fitment looks much better. It's not like separated with big gaps and stuff. Guys, that's going to wrap it up today. Happy and excited to lock all those down. Again, shout out to the homie Alex. Shout out to the homie Mr. Bill. He helped me find a couple of those. And also shout out to the homie Kaya on the two Boulevards over here. So without them, this video wouldn't be possible. So thank you guys all for tuning in. Don't forget to drop a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about the castings that we opened today. Your thoughts on the Bugatti casting if you're a collector. The new Porsche casting. If you're a Porsche guy, the 370 casting is a new casting. Let me know what's up with that. So, and then also too, what you thought about the Dodge Viper back there. Super sick. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Much appreciated. We'll see you very soon on the next one. One love.